the debt time never forgot.
They say revenge is a choice. But karma? Karma is patient. It doesn't shout. It doesn't chase. It waits. And when it finally arrives, it doesn't knock. In the city of Ashford, there lived two brothers, not by blood but by bond. Daniel Mercer and Elias Rowan grew up with nothing but hunger and hope. They shared dreams on cracked rooftops, promising that one day they would escape the gravity of poverty. Daniel was sharp, calculated. Elias was kind, trusting. When they built a business together, people said it was destiny. What they didn't see was fate sharpening its blade. As the company grew, so did Daniel's ambition. He began signing papers Elias never read, moving money Elias never tracked, and making promises Elias never approved. One night, when the books finally collapsed, Daniel made a decision. He blamed everything on Elias. By morning, Elias was arrested. By evening, Daniel was praised as the sole survivor of a failed partnership. And by the end of the week, Elias had lost everything: his freedom, his reputation, and the future he once shared with a brother who never visited him again. Prison doesn't scream. It whispers. Elias spent years listening to those whispers. Regret, rage, questions with no answers. But the loudest voice was acceptance. He stopped asking why. He started asking how. How does karma work? How does fate balance the scales? Outside prison walls, Daniel's life bloomed. Penthouse views, magazine covers, applause. He told himself the past was buried. But buried things rot, and rot always spreads. Elias was released after 10 years. No parade, no apologies, just a stamped paper and a quiet street. He didn't chase Daniel. He didn't plan revenge. He lived. He studied law at night, ethics by day, human behavior obsessively, not to destroy, but to understand. Meanwhile, Daniel's empire expanded until small fractures began to appear. Deals fell through. Trusted allies vanished. Audits appeared from nowhere. Daniel blamed bad luck. He never once thought of Elias. That was fate's favorite joke. One rainy evening, Daniel attended a charity gala dedicated to justice reform. Irony dressed in expensive suits. On stage stood a guest speaker, calm, composed, familiar. Elias Rowan, not as a victim, not as a prisoner, but as a legal consultant exposing corporate corruption. Their eyes met. Daniel felt something collapse inside his chest. Not fear, but recognition. This wasn't revenge. This was reflection. Every law Elias helped draft tightened around Daniel's past crimes. Every reform reopened files Daniel had paid to close. Slowly, methodically, fairly. The investigation took months. Karma doesn't rush. When Daniel was finally arrested, there were no speeches. No dramatic confrontations. Just cold handcuffs and a familiar walk toward a cell. As he passed Elias in the hallway, Daniel whispered, "You planned this." Elias replied softly, "No, I survived it." Daniel lost his company, his allies, his name. Elias lost nothing, because fate had already taken everything once and returned only what he deserved. Ending reflection, final minute. Revenge wants blood. Karma wants balance. You can run from people. You can outrun consequences. But fate remembers, and it always knows your address.
Do well to like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and share to be the first to get our premium karma stories.